when I get my next PC, I'm installing Linux on it. I'm just running nothing but that because
Do
fuck
that?
Bill Gates.
Yeah, but Bill Gates can suck it.
No, listen, I totally get it. I totally get it. But in today's day and age, you get 2 laptops. One with the Linux, so you can do your everyday whatever, and then one that runs Windows for some things you just have to use Windows for. All right.
Well, if anyone wants to make a donation so I can get a second PC, then I'd be happy to do that.
We got to get Jerry some voiceover work. Y'all hear his voice. You know how good it is.
Yeah.
The man with the golden shower voice. Yeah.
Blake, you're fucking brutal tonight, dude. What the fuck, dude?
He's always brutal.
I've had a long month, man.
Yeah.
It's been insane.
What have I ever done to you aside from tonight, which is Murphy shit?
That's Murphy shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Murphy shit, and it's you know, having a 15-year-old laptop shit too. To be fair,
no, it actually is only it's a desktop and it's only 10.
Okay.
It's a tween.
Yeah, in Windows versions, that is a century.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, tell me about it. And have any of you ever seen Pirates of Silicon Valley? It came out in '99.
No, I've never seen it.
Rings a bell, but I don't think I watched it.
All right. It's the story of Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. It started who was the kid that played who played the son in Vacation?
The first one was Anthony Michael Hall,
Anthony Michael Hall played Bill Gates in that movie. All right. I recommend It's on Windows for free. It's on YouTube for free. Pirates of Silicon Valley. Watch it and you'll see. And they actually named Bill Gates as Big Brother in that movie.
That sounds about right.
Back in
Mr. I'm going to block out the sun. I have now literally become the villain from Highlander 2.
The reason why he started, well, first of all, he didn't invent anything. All right. No. He ripped off DOS back in 1981 or 82 from some geek. He paid him $50,000 for his DOS operating system. He sold it to IBM as his own. And he said, I'm not going to sell it to you. I'm going to license it to you. Every machine that you ship from IBM, you have to pay me $50. And that's how he built his empire.
Wow.
I always knew he was a dick,
And he actually said, we don't have to, we have to make them need us, which is exactly why Windows comes out with a new version every couple of years. We have to make them need us because that way we'll never become obsolete. And when we never become obsolete, we continue making money.
Well,
it's working. And now with this subscription service shit that everybody is jumping on board with.
Everything's becoming a subscription.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everything's subscription now. You can't just buy software and use it. You have to subscribe to it. That way it's never obsolete. You're going to get all the updates. You're always going to be up to date. It'll be the greatest thing anybody's ever seen.
No, it won't.
No.
It's not. It's
taking it right up the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Listen. Another streamer, all right, I'll say his name, Steve Crowder, said this like fucking 3 weeks ago. All right. Back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, you could buy a vacuum cleaner and it was a purchase for life. And then you could buy the vacuum cleaner and you could buy parts for it to repair it when they wore out. But nowadays, it's like, no. We're going to sell you a vacuum cleaner for $800. And there's a part in it that's going to break just before or just after the warranty wears out.
Sounds about right.
So you have to buy a new one. There's no replaceable parts. Like they did with the fucking iPhone. Pardon my language, but they did with the iPhone. It's an integrated battery. So there's only a certain amount of time that you can recharge the phone. And then when the phone, it won't hold a charge anymore, you have no freaking choice but to buy a new freaking phone.
Correct.
They got us by the balls.
Yeah, that's annoying, but you're not wrong.
Although my old phone, my last iPhone, lasted me 7 or 8 years.
Typically.
And why did you change it?
I changed it because it literally stopped doing what I needed it to do.
Did it stop holding a charge?
It is still holding a charge. It's my son's now.
Well,
I wiped the phone when I was done with it and gave
well,
it to him.
It's called programmed obsolescence.
Exactly. Thank you, Bob.
And I have had the situation where, and this is very common with the Nokia phones I used to have.
Oh, yeah.
They would have these periodic updates, and usually after 4 or 5 updates, the phone would go crazy, and then you'd go in there and they're like, well, we can't really fix it, but we could sell you another phone. And that was turning out like every 3.5, 4 years.
And what do phones cost, ladies and gentlemen? What do phones cost?
Oh God. Well, now Verizon, if you're gonna go on those like cheap plans to like knock off a couple $100, they don't let you out of contract early. They keep you on that monthly thing to where you just can't pay it off. So like once you're done paying them, the phone's dead. You got to go sign back up again. So you're never really off Verizon.
I usually do.
How much does a new phone cost? $1,200, $1,400?
Yeah, they're like $1,200 to $1,400.
They roll it.
Dude, I didn't pay that for my first 3 freaking cars.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I refuse to buy anything new from this.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll buy it used when it's like 3 or 4 iterations old. Because, I mean, the value of these things is worse than a car. It drops precipitously.
You're talking about
as soon as you start using it. Yeah. So once the next model comes out, it's drops by half, and then you like lose another 30% value on that when the next one comes out. So it's actually worth it after that. Otherwise, why?
Yeah. I typically get
yourass.com.
Well, I purchase the Androids that are a little more cheap.
Yeah.
I
like your ex.
Gonna get me
Allegedly. It could have cost a lot.
So check this out. So my mom, she's getting older. She's getting slow.
I had noticed.
And she was having a hard time with her phone. So I'm like, okay. I took her to, T-Mobile store, which is literally 1 block away from her house. Got her a new phone, put it under my plan. And it's even worse than the phone before that.
Oh, really?
Well, because there's no buttons, and she's old.
Yeah, I had a hard time with the no buttons thing.
Yeah.
When that first came. I was like, what? How the hell am I supposed? I like physical keys.
So do I.
Like this.
And God forbid if your fingers are wet from something, then it's not going to do a fucking thing.
Correct.
Yep.
Or if you're too cold.
That too.
Or if your phone's too cold in general, just watch the battery life disappear. Just like a freshly charged battery in a laptop.
Just like electric cars that they're trying to push on everybody.
Oh, yeah. You get water in one of those. Good luck.
Oh, it's going to work. It's so going to work.
You think your electric car is great? Take it to a car wash.
I think what's really great about it is going to be the easy transition from gas stations to EV stations. I think it's going to go smooth.
Oh, it's going to be so smooth. Yeah. How many trillions of dollars did they invest into charging stations? And they built like a grand total of 4.
Right. Well, luckily,
actually, Blake, I think it was $9 billion, and I think they made 7 or 8.
Great.
And then how did the people of California, when they passed legislation to, you're not even going to sell gas cars in the state anymore. Oh, but don't charge your cars.
Don't turn on your freaking air conditioner in the fucking summertime.
Our grid's totally fucked.
Yep.
Don't tell anybody because, we're the model for the country.
There is
emphasis on cunt.
There was attempts at electric vehicle stuff back like late 1800s and the early 1900s. It didn't work. That didn't work then.
Well,
there was a documentary called Whatever Happened to the Electric Car. Yeah. Well, it's not feasible.
Well, it's different this time around. Kind of like the new implements of communism. It's different this time.
It'll be fine.
Fuck yourself.
They're gonna say fucking communists. Oh, we did it wrong the last 8
because it's wrong
every single time.
Because it's just fucking wrong. Like
they just haven't done it right yet. Well, the people who tried it before are allegedly the ones that we should be modeling ourselves after now.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.